Hey guys, guess what? It's Saturday, and that means I'm here with Queens of the Week. This week our topic is from Christina Marquez, and she wants to know, how soon is too soon? That means, guess what? We're gonna talk about sex, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the good things and the bad things that may be about sex. Alright, so we all like to talk about sex. We like to have sex or talk about it, or we think about it, we watch other people doing it. And yeah, we're consumed by sex. So what a great topic. How soon is too soon? And you know me, I like to psychoanalyze everything. So, yeah. Basically, that answer depends on what you want from the relationship. How soon is too soon? If you never want to talk to them again, if you never plan on having a relationship with them again, and you just want to get your rocks off, then right now is not too soon. Let's just do it, get it done with, and we go about our own business. The weird thing about men is you don't need an emotional connection to have sex. You just have sex. Now, if you are attracted to someone and if you would like a future together, I definitely think that waiting is a good idea. Like, for realness. How soon is too soon? Basically, the longer the better. My theory is the way you go in a relationship is the way you go out, which means if you go in with a blaze of glory, you're going out with a blaze of glory. You race in, you're gonna race out. Or if he's cheating on someone to come with you, he's gonna cheat on someone to leave you. I think it's people are very creatures of habit, and they're in, they're out. That being said, I've learned the hard way. I think that if you really, really like someone, there's nothing wrong with taking your time. You know, and I've definitely been young, and I've definitely been, you know, all about someone. And it's kind of like that, you project what you desire on everything. We're perfect together, we're gonna be together forever. For example, Queer as Folk. I don't know if you might have to be older to remember Queer as Folk, but Emmett, Peter Page, was my favorite. And he would always be like, in the club he'd meet someone, and in like 10 minutes they'd be married with kids and a white picket fence, and then 2 hours later they'd be divorced, you know? And that is gay life, you know? We're desperate for something, and we kind of project what we need, what we want, into making it and forcing it to become a reality, and that doesn't mean it's going to happen. So my theory is, if you really, really do want a life partner, if you really, really do want to spend the rest of your life with someone, if you really, really do want something substantial, wait. Wait. Get to know them. Spend time with them. Get to know and make sure that you do have something worth building upon. Because if you have nothing worth building upon, you don't have a future. You know, I think that's the biggest problem with the blaze of glory theory. You know, you get together and you have amazing sex and it's hot and passionate. Well, guess what? In 2 weeks, when your amazing sex is gone, or 2 months or 2 years, depending on, we're all different, you know, what's there to have in your relationship? Do you even want to be with him? You know, people ask me all the time what my type is, and I'm like, what is my type? I have a lot of types. I love tall guys, I love guys with dark hair, I like light eyes, I like muscle steroids, I love tattoos, but what kind of type? For a fantasy hookup or my life partner? For a life partner, I'm definitely attracted to a more shy, conservative, nerdy kind of guy. I like a guy who's protective but not jealous. I like a guy that is loyal and supportive and dedicated. But if we're just talking about hookups, that's completely different. If I'm just gonna hook up, if I'm single, but if I'm single and I'm just looking to hook up, that's completely different. My type is breathing. But for hookup, I would definitely be more attracted to like a Zeb Atlas or a steroid freak. But I can't see myself spend the rest of my life with them because they're more obsessed with their reflection than they would be about me. But yeah, does that make sense? Like, I'm getting distracted. All right, so relationships. How soon is too soon? It's not a race. If you want to spend the rest of your life together, you have a rest of your life to get to know each other. Once you do open that sexual door, though, you're definitely going to, have a lot more sex now than you will in 10 years, that's for sure. But why race into it? I'm not saying you need to wait till marriage. That's a Christian thing to say. And in today's era, especially in homosexuality, if you can't get married in your state. Although I just heard May 1st, Colorado. Kudos. We have the weirdest states, Colorado and Iowa, but Florida and California, no. Sorry about it. Sorry, another tangent. But yeah, if you're waiting for marriage and say you can't get married, well, you're going to be waiting a damn long time. And as human beings, we got needs. Granted, if you're not getting it, you got to give it to yourself. But it's always nice to have someone else give it to you. And, yeah, about that. How soon is too soon? And I do think that everyone is different. For me... but I do think everyone is different. But like, for me, in the last 2.5 years, I have not been interested in anyone. Not looking for it, don't try it, not wanting it, can't be bothered. I've kind of given up hope on men in that aspect. Have I been having sex? Yes. Have I been hooking up? Yes. But... have I been looking for somebody for more? No. However, I am open to the idea. And if Mr. Right comes along, I hope that I'm open enough to see it and recognize it and not be scared to death of it. A person in my shoes, it's really tricky and it's really difficult because you don't want to date someone that wants your autograph, is the baseline. You don't want to date a stalker, you don't want to date a fan, you don't want to date someone that is like crazy about you. But at the same token, you want someone that's attracted to you, that can love and respect you and your craft and help you, hey baby, I need help. I'm working on a prop for this, or I need that, and can you help me? You want someone that's interested in what you do, but is more supportive of you as a human than they are, I don't know. It's just very confusing. It's going to take a very special person to get me to unlock that door. It's going to take a very special person to open my heart to them. But I'm open to it. I'm open to the idea, but I'm not actively looking for it. So don't try it. The whole relationship talk for me is very scary because I've been in very bad relationships. I've been in sexually abusive relationships. I've been in emotionally abusive relationships. I've been in physically abusive relationships. I've been in sexless relationships with bipolar, schizophrenic people that, I don't know. It's the idea of sharing my life and the world, and the world's too exciting not to share it. And I do want that. I am the Cinderella girl in my heart, where I do believe in fairy tales. But the reality is, the world's full of scary people. And I think for me, maybe if my dreamy, tall, dark-headed nerd will come along and sweep me off my feet, it would take somebody that actively pursues me. Because you're going to have to chase me a lot, and I'm going to have to keep saying no, 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 for me to think maybe, maybe, maybe. Yeah, then I have a big red truck that's going to have to hit me in the face and be like, wait a minute. Either way, it's going to be one of those situations where he actively is persistent enough to prove to me that he wants me before I willingly give it to him. Because I have to know, I don't know. I'm sorry, lots of tangents on my head today. But yes, how soon is too soon? Really think that you have chemistry, and if you really, really, I don't know, is 3 weeks too long? I think 3 weeks, and that also depends on how often you see each other. Like, I know girls that have dated someone, and the first night they were together, and they've never been apart since. I don't think that that's really healthy. Because once you do have to spend time apart, is your relationship going to survive? I don't know. I think it depends on how often you spend it. If you're together often, frequently, I would say 3 weeks is a good time to wait. Because if you really want to give him that part of you, you want to make sure he's going to stick around after. You know, guys are definitely collectors. There are a lot of guys that just want that, and that's all. You know, most guys will get it on the first date, but are they willing to stick around and wait 3 weeks? I don't know. I think it depends on each person. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm all over the place today. But the reality is, I think it depends on the person, and it depends on your chemistry, and I think it depends on your conversation. And it depends on if you want something real. But I definitely think that the average would be 3 weeks. Maybe a little less, maybe a little longer. I don't know. If it's worth having, if it's worth keeping, then it's worth the wait. You know, I think that Dolly Parton said it in a Little Pissant Country Place. Why is he gonna buy the cow if he gets the milk for free? You know? I don't know. It's a good question, Miss Marquez. Anyways, that was Misty Eyez with Queens of the Week. Loving you is easy.